What's up, guys? Crypto Wolf here. How you guys doing? In this particular video, I'll be showing you the right way to draw trend lines. If your strategy depends on trend lines, you would notice that one of the biggest challenges you may have is how to draw it correctly. You may notice that it's the area you may draw may not actually respect price, and often that is because you might not have drawn it correctly. People have different methods for drawing trend lines. People use week to week, body to body, and they just connect it across. But in this video, I'll be showing you another method which I believe is far more effective compared to the method of just connecting highs together, and whether to the downside or to the upside. So in this particular video, I will show you everything you need. My strategy for drawing trend line involves using support and resistance points. That actually shows you the particular location of the strongest price interaction, how price reacted within that area. So if you draw your trend line based on support and resistance, you will be capturing the particular zone with the most trading activity, which would make for an effective trend line. So if you're ready, let's dive into it. So the first thing to do is you have to um, put in the support and resistance indicator by looks or go, and this other support resistance dynamic by lonesome. There's one, let me just actually check his name so that you can be able to follow along. Yep, support resistance dynamic by, let me check the guy's name quickly. Okay, support and resistance indicator by lonesome the blue. Lonesome the blue. So you just have to check that out. So I just wanted you to ensure that you have it. So what you do, you add this particular support and resistance indicator, and then you add these two, and you would just see the areas of support and resistance. You could see this is the highest point, you could see another 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 point, just like that. So this particular support and resistance indicator by loose Ogo actually shows you most the area with strong support, like the zone. It shows you support and resistance in a zone format. Let me just hide that so you could see it shows you areas that has the most strongest support and resistance. So you just have to be able, you see it's a zone, so you could just easily see it, while this gives you it just shows you areas of support and resistance just with these dashed lines. So what we'll do is we would use the brush, just outline it, um, just mark it out, this. So let's just mark this, let's just mark this. We'll just mark this is the first point, this is another point, you could say this is another point, this is another point, this is another point, and this is another point. You could see, you could see all of the points. So what to do after marking it out, or the next we'll do, we could just remove these indicators so that we can then see things clearly. We've marked this out. So what we'll then do is just take the rail tool. Do not use the trend line tool, because the trend line tool just makes your drawing more subjective, meaning you're more prone to errors. But if you use the rail tool, it just extends across, so it gives you very little room for error. So what to do, we'll just extend this, making sure that it touches all of the points. um We'll just make sure it touches all of the points that we have outlined. uh okay, so make sure it touches all of the points we've outlined, and boom. So you see, so we could now delete this. We could just delete we could delete this. Just delete this, delete this, delete this, and delete this. So we already know the point, so we just have to make sure that we mark it correctly. We didn't include the last point, so we have to add that. Okay. uh, okay, so now we've actually marked out all of the points. So this is now a very effective trend line. This is now a very effective trend line that captures everything. It captures everything, and the trend line was drawn using support and resistance areas, which makes it very effective. This token EGLD, which is E gold, is just about to break out. I believe by tomorrow this token would have broken out, and we drew this trend line accounting for all of the movements across this particular trend. We used the support and resistance indicators to map out all of the possible areas of resistance, and then we just drew it across. So that makes the trend line very effective. Tomorrow we may likely see a breakout of this, because you could notice that even after price dropped here and hit this particular resistance, it couldn't drop further, which is to tell you that bears are losing momentum and the bulls may take over. And looking at the fact that we're already here at the trend line point, it just gives us more reason to believe that we're breaking to the upside. This is how to draw your trend line correctly, guys, and this is how you make a lot with trend lines, by drawing it across support and resistance areas. This is Crypto Wolf. I just wanted to share this update with you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.